So I've been using the iPhone 13 Pro Max for over a year, and truly speaking it has been a fantastic device to me during this time. With the launch of the iPhone 14, Apple has discontinued the 13 Pro Max, but if you look on other websites you can find plenty of them and in great condition. In this video I'm going to tell you if the 13 Pro Max is still worth buying and using in 2023. iPhones were always made of premium materials, and the 13 Pro Max is no different. This device is made of glass in front and back with a stainless steel frame. The glass on the back is matte, so it doesn't attract fingerprints. In contrast, the frame is glossy and it is a fingerprint magnet, but it feels amazing when holding it. I absolutely love the flat sides of this device. I used this phone in a case since the first day I got it, so I don't have any scratches. I did even apply a screen protector since it cost me more than 1000 bucks. The 13 Pro Max is a heavy device, and it always gave me the feeling that it was worth the price I paid for it. This phone is also IP68 water and dust resistant. Overall, when it comes to the build quality, I have zero complaints with this device. Another great thing about this phone is the display. The iPhone 13 Pro Max has a 6.7-inch OLED display. The resolution of this display is between Full HD and Quad HD, so it is very sharp. It is also a 120Hz panel, and I really love this feature. The display of the 13 Pro Max is just amazing. It is very color accurate and it gets very bright. Watching HDR videos in this device is just a joy. Sure, it has the notch and it cuts into the content, but if you get used to it then you won't have any issues with this display. Since it is the largest model, the notch doesn't get that much in the way. My iPhone 13 Pro Max runs perfectly on iOS 16, and I really love its new features. I have no complaints with the software. It is very fluid and it doesn't have any lag. This device will be updated for at least 5 more years, so if you are a type of person that keeps a phone for a long time, then it will be worth it. When it comes to performance, honestly the 13 Pro Max is still incredible. This device comes with the Apple A15 Bionic chip, and during my usage it has been unstoppable. No app or game has managed to slow down this phone. The 13 Pro Max is more powerful than every Android flagship of 2022. It comes with 128GB of storage, which is normal these days. If you want more storage, you can buy variants up to 1TB. As you can see, I have the base model, and to me it always felt enough. It comes with 6GB of RAM, and no matter how many apps you leave open, it won't restart any of them. As you know by now, the iPhone 13 Pro Max has an amazing camera system. It comes with a 12MP main lens, a 12MP ultra-wide lens and a 12MP telephoto lens with a 3x optical zoom. All of its cameras are able to take great shots in daylight every time you press the shutter button. Even in low light with night mode enabled, these cameras are able to take decent shots most of the time. Sometimes, however, I struggle with light reflections, and even though it is much improved compared to previous iPhones, it is still behind phones like the S22 Ultra. This isn't a major issue since it rarely happens, but it can be better. The front camera can snap great pictures in daylight, but in low light I don't think it is the best. When you activate night mode with the front camera, the screen becomes so bright sometimes it hurts my eyes, and I don't like this implementation. When it comes to video, just like before, the iPhone is superior compared to the Android competition. It doesn't record at 8K, but this isn't a deal breaker since 8K on Android is terrible. At 4K, however, the 13 Pro Max is amazing, and just behind its successor, the 14 Pro Max. Another area where the 13 Pro Max shines is with portraits. iPhones were always the best with portraits, and the 13 Pro Max is no different. The 13 Pro Max does also come with a lot of features like the cinematic mode and the system filter, but to be honest, I never use any of them since the default settings are the best. Overall, I would say that if you are looking for a reliable camera system, then the 13 Pro Max is a great option for you, especially if you are on social media, since it is more optimized for these apps. Just like many iPhones before, the 13 Pro Max comes with stereo speakers. These speakers are some of the loudest and crispiest in the industry. I absolutely love the sound that comes from the 13 Pro Max. Sure, the headphone jack doesn't exist, but most phones these days miss this feature. One of the best features of the 13 Pro Max is the battery life. This phone can easily last you through a day and a half even if you are a heavy user. I play many games per day on this device and I never had to charge it under 1.5 days. As you can see, the battery health of my device is at 93%, but I think for more than 1 year of usage the battery has held up very well. So the battery life shouldn't be a concern with this device, not just for now but for many years to come. Charging on the other hand isn't as fast since it takes more than 90 minutes to reach 100%. Also, the charger doesn't come in the box, so you have to buy it separately. Wireless charging is present with this phone, but to be honest I never charge this phone wirelessly since the battery is so good. A feature that I would have loved to see in this device is reverse wireless charging. The 13 Pro Max, just like every iPhone, has an amazing security system. Face ID has always been reliable to me in daylight and in low light. I do also love the fact that Face ID now works even in landscape. So is the iPhone 13 Pro Max worth it in 2023? Yes, it is, and nowadays it offers a better value for money compared to its first year. Its launch price was $1,100, and even for that price the 13 Pro Max was worth it. Nowadays, however, you can find the 13 Pro Max in great condition for $900 or even as low as $850. For these prices, the 13 Pro Max is just amazing. It has a premium build quality, a great display, a powerful processor, amazing cameras and outstanding battery life. The 13 Pro Max is perfect. In my opinion, the 13 Pro Max is a much better buy compared to the new iPhone 14 Plus. If you are a user of this device, let me know your experience in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.